How does the Emancipation Proclamation relate to Juneteenth? How does the Emancipation Proclamation relate to Juneteenth? This question takes us on a journey through a crucial chapter in American history. The Emancipation Proclamation was issued by President Abraham Lincoln on January 1, 1863. This document declared that all enslaved people in Confederate states still in rebellion against the Union were to be considered free. However, it is important to note that this proclamation did not free all enslaved people in the United States. It specifically excluded those in border states that had not seceded and in areas of the Confederacy already under Union control. The Emancipation Proclamation was both a military and political strategy. It aimed to weaken the Confederacy by encouraging enslaved people to flee to Union lines. Additionally, it allowed black men to serve in the Union military. Despite this significant step, slavery did not end immediately. The proclamation relied on Union military victories to enforce its promise of freedom. In many parts of the Confederacy, especially in remote areas, enslaved people remained in bondage until Union troops arrived. This brings us to Juneteenth, which marks the day when freedom finally reached the last major group of enslaved people in the United States. On June 19, 1865, Union General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, and announced General Order No. 3. This order informed the people of Texas that all enslaved people were free. This announcement came more than 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation and 2 months after the Confederate surrender at Appomattox. The delay in freedom for many enslaved people was due to several factors: the slow spread of information, the lack of Union military presence in Texas, and the resistance of some slaveholders who withheld news of the war's end all contributed to this situation. From the perspective of the American Civil War, the Emancipation Proclamation was a turning point. It redefined the war's purpose, transforming it from a conflict to preserve the Union into a fight for freedom and the end of slavery. On the other hand, Juneteenth represents the practical realization of that promise, especially in places like Texas, where the war's end did not immediately bring freedom. Together, the Emancipation Proclamation and Juneteenth illustrate that the end of slavery was a process rather than a single event. The proclamation set the stage for freedom, but it required military victory and the presence of Union forces to make that freedom a reality for all enslaved people. Today, Juneteenth is celebrated as a federal holiday. It honors the end of slavery in the United States and serves as a reminder of the long struggle for freedom and equality that continued long after the Civil War ended. Understanding the relationship between the Emancipation Proclamation and Juneteenth helps us appreciate the complexities of American history and the ongoing journey toward justice and equality.